Well, I'm going to talk to you about maths here, and poetry. Apparently the S means it's kind of futuristic or something too. So I'm a developer these days, I am also a designer, and I'm also a math teacher. And people are like, you're a math teacher? First reaction I tend to get is, I suck at math. So, who here sucks at math, or thinks they suck at math? My hand's up too. I got like 53% in calculus. Apparently that's a bad number. So I'm not actually going to try to draw any correlation between these two. I'm just going to present one of my favorite math problems and one of my favorite poems. So we'll start with a math problem. Oops, it's a problem with spiders. So we got Jamie and Kelly, they're spider friends, they're hanging out on opposite sides of the wall. They had a rough night last night. Jamie has no idea what happened. He's going to go talk to Kelly, or she, could be either. So, what's the shortest route they could take to get there? Obvious solution, go down the wall, cross the floor, up the opposing wall. Adds up to 42, also a nice number. Now, it's a bit of a leading question. That means there's a non-obvious solution as well. Less obvious solution, unfold the box, draw a straight line. Here's the math part. Calculate the length of the line. Pythagoras' theorem. So we unfold the box, draw the line. We've also got some nice numbers here that make for some easy math. 32 squared plus 24 squared equals 1600. Take the square root, we get 40. So that's a shorter route. And if you're like a spatially aware person, if you fold that box back up, you realize it's kind of a spiral. And even though it's the shortest route, it might not be the smartest thing to spiral around a room if you've had a rough night. So this is going way quicker than I thought, which is good because it's only 5 minutes. On to the poetry part. My favorite poem is called The Waking by Theodore Roethke. And it's a highly structured form of poetry called a villanelle. It's 19 lines, some more math, I guess. 5 tercets, which are 3 lines each, and a quatrain with 4 lines. And the first and last line of the first verse, which is this one, are repeated in alternating stanzas, and the first and third line are also the last 2 lines of the poem. They also rhyme, slow and go. And one of my favorite parts of this is, it's a highly structured poem. First thing he does, hits you with a paradox. I wake to sleep. What does that even mean? And he takes his waking slow. So if you get into the interpretation and stuff, it's kind of, people like to think it's about life and death, and you live, so eventually you die, and you want to kind of take that living slow, get the most you can out of it. I'm focusing mostly on the first and the third line. I also love the I learn by going where I have to go. Also kind of a paradox. It doesn't sort of make sense, sort of doesn't. But you kind of get there in the end. And one thing I actually hadn't noticed about this until I was kind of preparing my slides here, that's really cool, is just it goes, I wake, I feel, I learn. And I think I'm going to leave you with that. Nice and quick.